Some calibers once ruled the hunting woods and shooting ranges, but today they're slowly being replaced by newer, more efficient cartridges. These classic rounds still have loyal fans, but with declining ammo availability, limited rifle support, and outdated performance, they're quietly fading into the background. In this video, we're breaking down 5 classic calibers that are slowly disappearing, explaining why they're losing ground, whether they're still worth owning, and what modern rounds are taking their place. Number 1. 30-30 Winchester, the legendary lever-action cartridge. Let's be real, the .30-30 Winchester is more than just a cartridge. It's a piece of American hunting history. Introduced in 1895, this round defined deer hunting for generations of hunters across the United States. If these walls could talk, they'd tell stories of countless deer camps, early morning hunts, and rifles passed down through families. The golden years. Back in its prime, the .30-30 was the go-to cartridge for whitetail deer hunters, especially in wooded areas of the Midwest and East Coast. Winchester and Marlin lever-action rifles chambered in .30-30 became iconic, synonymous with hunting tradition. Hunters loved its moderate recoil, reliable performance in dense forests, and the nostalgic lever-action mechanism. Why it's disappearing? Modern hunters are gravitating towards more versatile and longer-range cartridges. The .30-30's effective range tops out around 200 yards, which feels limiting compared to newer calibers that can easily reach out to 300 to 400 yards. Ballistic improvements in cartridges like the .308 Winchester and .300 Winchester Magnum have made the .30-30 feel somewhat outdated. Pros: low recoil, excellent in thick woods, lightweight rifles, affordable ammunition, nostalgic hunting experience. Cons: limited effective range, decreasing ammunition availability, less versatile for different game, reduced factory support. Number 2, 45-70 Government, the Thundering Frontier Cartridge. If the .30-30 represents hunting tradition, the 45-70 Government is pure American frontier legend. Developed in 1873 for the U.S. military's trapdoor Springfield rifles, this cartridge has a history that echoes with the sounds of buffalo hunts and military campaigns. A cartridge born of necessity. Originally designed for the U.S. Army, the .45-70 was meant to be a robust, powerful cartridge capable of stopping large game and providing significant military firepower. Its massive .45 caliber bullet and substantial powder charge made it a formidable round for its time. The slow fade. While not completely extinct, the .45-70 is experiencing a significant decline. Modern hunters and shooters have numerous more efficient options that offer better ballistics, less drop, and improved accuracy. Yet, it maintains a cult following among traditionalists and black powder enthusiasts. Pros: tremendous stopping power, excellent for large game, great for brush hunting, historical significance, still viable for specific hunting scenarios. Cons: heavy recoil, limited range, bulky ammunition, fewer modern rifle options, expensive compared to alternatives. Number 3.257 Roberts, the Forgotten Precision Cartridge. Not every disappearing cartridge goes out with a bang. Some, like the .257 Roberts, fade away quietly. Not every disappearing cartridge goes out with a bang. Some, like the .257 Roberts, fade away quietly, remembered by only the most dedicated firearms enthusiasts. A handloader's darling. Developed in the 1920s by gunsmith Ned Roberts, this cartridge was a handloader's dream. It offered excellent accuracy, moderate recoil, and versatility that was ahead of its time. Hunters appreciated its flat trajectory and ability to take medium-sized game with precision. The gradual decline. The .257 Roberts never quite achieved mainstream popularity. With the introduction of more specialized cartridges like the .257 Remington and later the 6.5 Creedmoor, the .257 Roberts found itself squeezed out of the market. Ammunition manufacturers reduced production, and fewer rifle manufacturers offered factory loads. Pros: excellent accuracy, moderate recoil, versatile for hunting, great for handloaders, relatively flat trajectory. Cons: declining ammunition availability, limited factory support, overshadowed by newer cartridges, less efficient than modern designs. Number 4. 222 Remington, the precision varmint cartridge. Sometimes a cartridge becomes a victim of its own success. The .222. Remington is a perfect example, a round that essentially created the varmint hunting and precision shooting category, only to be gradually replaced by its own offspring. The Varmint Revolution. Introduced in 1950, the .222 Remington revolutionized varmint hunting and target shooting. It offered unprecedented accuracy for its time, with a flat trajectory and minimal recoil. Prairie dog hunters and long-range target shooters fell in love with its precision. Why it's fading? The .222's decline is fascinating. Its own descendant, the .223 Remington 5.56 NATO, essentially pushed it out of the market. The military and law enforcement adoption of the .223/556 made it ubiquitous, while the .222 became increasingly niche. Pros: exceptional accuracy, minimal recoil, great for small game, excellent target performance, smooth feeding. Cons: limited ammunition availability, overshadowed by .223 Remington, reduced factory support, less versatile than modern cartridges. Number 5.35 Remington, the forgotten brush hunting cartridge. Some cartridges are born of pure necessity, designed for specific hunting environments that demand unique ballistic solutions. The .35 Remington is one such cartridge, a round that emerged from the dense, shadowy forests of North America, where shots are typically short, and stopping power matters more than long-range precision. The forest's forgotten champion. Introduced in 1906, the .35 Remington arrived at a pivotal moment in American hunting history. It was an era of rapid firearms development, when hunters and manufacturers were constantly seeking the perfect balance between power, accuracy, and practical hunting performance. A cartridge born of woodland necessity. Imagine the hunting grounds of the early 20th century, thick forests of the Northeast and Midwest, where visibility was often limited to mere yards. Hunters needed a cartridge that could deliver tremendous stopping power, perform in dense brush, work effectively at close ranges, handle various game sizes, provide reliable performance in challenging conditions. The technological context, the .35. Remington emerged during a fascinating period of firearms evolution. It was an age when lever-action rifles dominated hunting, smokeless powder was relatively new technology, hunting was more about survival than sport, firearms were being rapidly developed and improved. The cartridge was a marvel of early 20th century engineering. Bullet diameter, 0.358 inches. Typical bullet weights, 180 to 220 grains. Muzzle velocity, 2,080 to 2,300 feet per second. Designed for close-range effectiveness, optimized for lever-action platforms. Hunting performance. The .35 Remington wasn't about long-range precision. It was about raw, immediate stopping power in the most challenging hunting environments. Ideal hunting scenarios: white-tailed deer in dense forests, black bear in thick brush, close-range large game hunting, environments with limited visibility, situations demanding immediate game stopping. Terminal ballistics: heavy bullet weight, substantial momentum, excellent penetration, minimal bullet fragmentation, reliable performance in challenging conditions. The lever-action connection. The .35 Remington found its true home in lever-action rifles. Specifically, the Marlin 336 became almost synonymous with this cartridge. Hunters loved the combination of quick follow-up shots, reliable cycling, robust design, lightweight platform, perfect for woodland hunting. Cultural significance: represented a traditional hunting approach, symbolized American hunting heritage, connected generations of hunters, embodied the spirit of woodland hunting. Technological challenges. As hunting technologies evolved, The .35 Remington faced increasing challenges: limited long-range capabilities, reduced ammunition variety, fewer modern rifle options, competition from more versatile cartridges, changing hunting techniques. The gradual decline. Several factors contributed to the .35 Remington's disappearance: rise of bolt-action rifles, increased long-range hunting preferences, limited ammunition manufacturers, reduced market demand, more versatile cartridge alternatives. Modern hunting landscape. Today's hunters have numerous alternatives that offer greater range, more consistent performance, better ammunition variety, advanced bullet designs, improved ballistic coefficients. Collectors and enthusiasts' perspective. Despite its decline, the .35 Remington maintains a dedicated following: vintage rifle collectors, traditional hunting enthusiasts, lever-action purists, historical firearms experts, preservation of legacy, limited but passionate user base, collectible vintage rifles, historical shooting demonstrations, niche hunting applications, ballistic evolution. The .35 Remington represents a specific moment in ballistic development: transitional cartridge design, bridge between early and modern hunting technologies, demonstration of specialized cartridge purpose, reflection of regional hunting needs. Pros: excellent in thick brush, heavy bullet performance, low recoil, good for short-range hunting, reliable feeding in lever-action rifles, substantial stopping power, minimal meat damage, traditional hunting experience, nostalgic appeal, proven effectiveness in specific scenarios. Cons: very limited range, decreasing ammunition options, fewer modern rifle choices, less effective at longer distances, limited game versatility, reduced manufacturing support, challenging to find components, less efficient than modern cartridges, limited ballistic performance. The science behind caliber evolution. To truly understand why these calibers are disappearing, we need to dive deeper into the fascinating world of ballistic science. It's not just about nostalgia or tradition, it's about the relentless pursuit of performance, efficiency, and technological advancement. The physics of cartridge performance. Every cartridge is a complex system of engineering marvel. When we talk about a caliber disappearing, we're really discussing a sophisticated interplay of physics, materials, science, and practical hunting and shooting requirements. Ballistic coefficient, the unsung hero. Most hunters and shooters have heard the term, but few truly understand ballistic coefficient, BC. Think of it as a bullet's aerodynamic efficiency. A high BC means the bullet maintains velocity better, resists wind drift, and delivers more energy downrange. Modern cartridge designs prioritize this in ways our predecessors could only dream of. Take our .222 Remington, for example. When it was introduced in 1950, its BC was impressive for its time. But today's 6mm ARs, or 6.5 Creedmoor bullets, laugh in the face of wind and gravity, maintaining velocity and energy with dramatically improved aerodynamic profiles. Powder technology. A silent revolution. We often focus on the bullet and the barrel, but powder technology has undergone a quiet revolution. Modern propellants are more consistent, cleaner burning, and more efficient. They allow for increased velocity, more consistent performance, reduced fouling, better accuracy across temperature ranges. The .3030. Winchester's original black powder and early smokeless powder loads pale in comparison to today's precision-engineered propellants. It's not just about the cartridge design, it's about how we make them. Modern manufacturing techniques have transformed bullet and cartridge production. Computer-aided design, CAD, allows for unprecedented precision. CNC machining creates tolerances our grandparents couldn't imagine. Advanced metallurgy produces bullets that perform consistently in ways never before possible. Economic factors in caliber survival. Let's talk economics, because ultimately cartridges are a business. The disappearance of these iconic calibers isn't just about performance, it's about market economics, production costs and demand. Manufacturers aren't sentimental. They produce cartridges that sell. When a caliber's demand drops below a certain threshold, it becomes economically unviable to continue production. This is precisely what happened to our beloved .257 Roberts and .35 Remington. The rise of versatile cartridges. Modern hunters and shooters want versatility. A cartridge that can take multiple game types, perform at various ranges, and work across different rifle platforms will always win over a specialized, limited-use round. Hunting technique. Evolution. Hunting itself has changed. Long-range precision hunting has become increasingly popular. Where hunters once stalked game in thick woods, now many prefer long-distance shots with more sophisticated equipment. This shift fundamentally challenges the relevance of cartridges like the .35 Remington or .3030 Winchester. These rounds were designed for close-range, dense forest hunting. Today's hunters often want cartridges that can ethically take game at 300, 400, even 500 yards. The role of military and law enforcement. We can't discuss cartridge evolution without acknowledging military and law enforcement influence. The .223. Remington's rise is directly tied to military adoption. When a cartridge gets military contracts, it gains massive production scale and technological investment. Standardization and mass production. Military contracts do more than just purchase ammunition. They drive standardization of specifications, massive research and development, global manufacturing infrastructure, performance requirements that push technological boundaries. Environmental and regulatory considerations. Modern cartridge development also considers environmental impact. Lead-free bullets, reduced toxic residues, and more sustainable manufacturing processes are increasingly important. Some of our disappearing calibers simply can't meet modern environmental standards. The .570 Varmint, for instance, was developed in an era with very different environmental considerations. The collector's perspective. Not all is lost for these classic calibers. Collector culture keeps many of these rounds alive. Firearm enthusiasts, historical reenactors, and passionate collectors ensure that these cartridges aren't completely forgotten. Preservation versus practical use. There's a critical distinction between preserving history and practical shooting. Many of these calibers survive more as collectible items than as practical hunting or shooting tools. Training and skill development. Interestingly, some of these calibers remain relevant in training and skill development. The .222 Remington, for instance, teaches precision and fundamentals in a way that more powerful cartridges cannot. Global perspective. While we focused on North American hunting and shooting traditions, different regions have their own unique cartridge evolutions. What disappears in one market might remain popular in another. The future of caliber development. As we look forward, we're seeing fascinating trends. Increased focus on long-range precision, more environmentally conscious designs, greater emphasis on versatility, advanced materials like polymer-tipped bullets, computer-aided design, driving unprecedented performance. A note to enthusiasts. For those mourning these disappearing calibers, take heart. Each cartridge is a chapter in a continuing story of human innovation. Today's cutting-edge round is tomorrow's nostalgic memory. Collecting and preserving legacy. If you're passionate about these classic calibers, maintain your vintage rifles, learn reloading techniques, connect with collector communities, preserve the stories and history. As we've explored these 5 iconic calibers, one thing becomes clear: firearms technology never stands still. What was cutting edge yesterday becomes tomorrow's nostalgic memory. These cartridges aren't just pieces of metal and gunpowder, they're snapshots of hunting and shooting history. While these calibers might be disappearing, they're not forgotten. Each represents a moment in technological evolution, a testament to human ingenuity in developing more efficient tools. For collectors, historians, and passionate shooters, these rounds will always hold a special place. Remember, just because a cartridge is becoming rare doesn't mean it's worthless. Some of these calibers still have dedicated fans, and well-maintained rifles can continue to provide excellent shooting experiences. So next time you're at the range or in a hunting camp, take a moment to appreciate these classic calibers. They might be fading, but their legacy continues to inspire the next generation of firearms design. If you enjoyed this deep dive into disappearing gun calibers, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Drop a comment below about your favorite classic cartridge or a memory associated with these legendary rounds. Until next time, stay safe, shoot straight, and keep the tradition alive.